Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for checking out this video here on Show Style and Spirit. I am Ebony, of course. As you can see from the title of this video, Carlos King actually gave his thoughts on quote unquote broken marriages, broken relationships in reality TV. And he actually uses a term that I was not expecting for him to say. We definitely have to talk about whether or not he is thinking of Melody Sheree. Now, I'm going to give some context because I do believe that this panel of people that he's speaking with, Dish Nation, I don't think that they are that in tune with Love and Marriage Huntsville to even ask him the question as a follow-up question. Are you referencing Melody Sheree? Because they totally should have, and if they were in tune with her and her journey, then they totally would have asked him that. And I'm pretty sure that he knew that they would not have thought to ask him that. But before we get into the details, I ask that you all please hit the like button on this video. Even if you were to hit the dislike button on this video, either one of those work the same, meaning that YouTube will recommend this video to more people who enjoy discussing the various topics surrounding Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if you have not already done so, please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit. Thank you so much. I would love to have you. And everything that I'm saying here is alleged and just my opinion. And the Copyright Act of 1976 says that my fair use commentary on this soundbite is allowed for criticism. So I want to say that I saw on Instagram where he was on Dish Nation, I believe just today or this week. And he, of course, is promoting his podcast live tour with his stops in California and DC and Atlanta. And of course, he was also promoting the Bold and Bougie show. And he was saying that Bold and Bougie is the show that women have been asking for, and there's no tossing of drinks. And he has said that a couple of times lately. He recaps Bold and Bougie now every week with Marlo Hampton. And he says it there when he's talking with her, I just love Bold and Bougie because no one is tossing drinks. And when I heard him say it with her, I initially thought that he was referencing Love and Hip Hop, the Love and Hip Hop franchise. For when people get really mad at someone, the conversation gets really heated and drinks are tossed, and sometimes bowls are as well. But when I was watching the Dish Nation interview today, I thought to myself, what if he is shading Kiki from Love and Marriage Huntsville? What if he is shading her for tossing the water on Tisha? That was just a thought that just entered into my head today. Like, what if it's not even Love and Hip Hop, or what if it's both instances? But anyway, let's get into this soundbite where he is asked about broken relationships. So we all know how YouTube will recommend videos to us based upon, what we've been clicking on, what we've been feeling lately. And so because I watched that Dish Nation clip of him talking about Bold and Bougie and his podcast tour, it recommended this Dish Nation episode. This is from a few months back. And he is asked the question about, what about production and broken relationships in reality TV? The question kind of gagged him, it threw him off guard. But let's see what Carlos has to say. So I'm going to play the soundbite now and then come back with my commentary.
Well, I mean, me. Okay. Because I legitimately think that, reality TV producers and being on a reality show can ruin relationships.
Is that shade, Taylor?
No, it's not shade. It's just you see it so often.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me tell you this now. What happens is broken relationships enter the world of reality. And I'm going to say something very controversial. for a lot of women is their exit plan. A lot of women join reality TV to say, let me get my money up, get my thing going, so that Drake can slide in my DMs as I throw him a bra, and I'm gonna leave you, child.
But how much of that would you say is like, the exit plan versus like, all right, cool, now they're on a platform, a profile, they're the eye of the public, and now people are paying attention to these people who they now idolize on television.
Well, that's the thing. I think we realize with celebrities, a lot of these Jezebels and Delilahs, they don't mind that you're married. So they can see a married man on TV and be like, ooh, I want some of that action. Yeah. And that affects it too. But it's not the producer saying, girl, you should file for divorce. That's going to save your career. No, they enter it broken.
Since your last visit, Gary didn't have a man.
Okay, so you heard him describe what he calls an exit plan. He feels like, any broken relationship, any relationship that ends and the couple was on reality TV, he feels like the couple enters the reality TV world already broken. And then he says that some women purposely join a reality TV show so that they can earn an additional stream of income because now they're the reality TV star. And then he says, let me get my money up so that I can leave him. And then, I'll slip in somebody else's DMs. What do you all think about that? I feel like that's a very blanket statement, but you cannot apply that, of course, to every single couple that's been on reality TV that are no longer together. Now, as far as some couples entering reality TV already broken, what I find to be very interesting, what I actually thought of, because when he said exit plan and he was describing, a woman like purposely working to get her money game up, I was like, is he trying to talk about Melody Sheree? Because that would not be accurate. She already was a millionaire prior to forming the Love and Marriage Huntsville show. She was already a millionaire as a married woman, and now she's a millionaire as a single woman. So she was already hip to having multiple streams of income, being an entrepreneur, marketing on social media. We saw that season 1 when Kimmy and Tisha were hating on her mimosas with Melody, and Kimmy was so shocked by the turnout, and Tisha said that she did not get a personal invite. But they said, but we saw it all over social media. So I'm like, well, certainly he cannot think that he's describing Melody because she already had money prior to her deciding to leave Martell. But as far as his blanket statement talking about broken relationships already entering the reality TV world, my next thought was instantly Peter and Cynthia Thomas. We all know that they are divorced. We know that they joined the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 3 and they were engaged. They got married that season at a museum in the Atlanta area. And it was already troubled because her mother and sister did not want her to marry him. They were on the verge of saying to her that they did not have the marriage license so that the wedding could not go through or would not be, legal. And we know that there were financial issues, and Cynthia invested in his restaurant Uptown, which unfortunately it succumbed to the recession that this country was in at that time. And so Cynthia also had pause about investing in Bar One. Fast forward to season 8. There was the video circulating on social media where it appeared that Peter, he let his hand graze a woman's neck and then her breast. And then next thing you know, they were divorcing, and they were divorced season 9. And his request was that she sell the home that they shared. And, I remember them reporting like his name wasn't even on the deed. It was just like Cynthia's house, but he didn't even want her to keep it since they were divorcing. Now, I feel like, yes, some couples, they enter the reality TV world and they do have other issues going on. And then I'm sure the reality TV world and the viewers judging the marriage and then possibly any scandals come out contributes to the relationship ending. But I just find it so interesting that he feels like some women enter the reality TV world to create an exit plan. And you don't think some men totally try to come up with some sort of strategy to get their money game up, see how they can profit off of the relationship? Going back to Cynthia and Peter Thomas, we saw where we learned where Peter would charge his wife, Cynthia, at the time, money from whatever paycheck she earned from Bravo. He had to give her some of that for the scenes that he filmed. And also, that allowed him to rub elbows with people. Allegedly, he asked Cordell Stewart, Portia's first husband, to invest in the North Carolina location for Bar One, Charlotte, North Carolina. And, he was able to launch his Bar One chain and get lots of attention via the show and lots of customers. And so it's not just women who are being smart and really trying to profit off of being a public figure and a reality TV star, but the quote focused on women. Do you all think that he had Melody Sheree in mind? I can't help but wonder if that's what he thought he had, but I don't think that that's an accurate or fair description because, again, she was already used to making a lot of money and being a millionaire as a married woman. And she can also say that she is used to that kind of cash as a single woman as well. And I'm sure that you all follow her on Instagram. She's posted within the past hour that warning comes before destruction. And she spoke about how she had a warning for someone and, they did not take heed. And then there was confirmation when it sounds like they heard it from somewhere, from someone else who did not know that she gave them that warning as well. And so I just thought that that was awesome. And I wanted to share that with you all. But you all let me know in the comments, do you feel like the relationships that are on reality TV that do not last, did they enter that reality TV world already broken? What are some relationships that you felt like were healthy in the beginning, and then over time, while being on a reality TV show, the relationship kind of broke down? I would definitely love to read those comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate the support. Please hit the like button on this video. It is a free way of supporting the channel. And please subscribe to Show Style and Spirit if you have not already done so. And let me also say that if you decide that you want to leave a relationship and you want to plan it out, don't feel like, you're looking like a sack chaser or someone who's being manipulative or mean. That's not manipulation. That is you literally trying to plan for your life because you have been in a relationship or marriage and you were sharing space, perhaps property, perhaps assets with another person. And now you have decided that this relationship no longer serves you and you have to leave. You definitely plan that out. So yes, an exit plan is necessary anyway. So you do what is best for you and will put you in the best position possible. Well, I hope that you all had a terrific Tuesday. Tomorrow will be a wonderful Wednesday. Definitely continue to think your positive thoughts. If you're in a challenge, if you're going through something, I know that it sucks and it's hard to try and stay positive, but definitely do that because that can help you, just staying focused and not doing anything based out of fear or pride or any emotion. Try to think your positive thoughts and believe that, it is going to come to a conclusion, hopefully sooner than later. Journal if you have to get your thoughts out. If you have to stand and scream, do that, or stand in the mirror and say your affirmations. And I will talk with you all soon, okay? Bye.